Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We are so excited to finally be launching Scale Your Sales to our TCA family. In today's video, you're going to get a lot. We're going to be showing you why it's so important to not only think, but act like a CEO. We got a couple different scenarios. We're going to show you what it looks like, what it feels like to not be protecting your time and energy. And we got to get you to pivoting and shifting your mindset so we can get you operating on your business, not always just in your business.
Absolutely. And that is what Scale Your Sales is all about. And for those of you guys that maybe don't know what we're talking about with Scale Your Sales, we're going to leave a link in the description to our last video where we talk about how we implemented a new program called Scale Your Sales for our coaches and our top students, really teaching them how to elevate their mindset to CEO and how to build the systems and the processes in their business to really scale it and be able to really get their freedom back, right? The freedom of time. And that's the big goal with all of this.
Now, again, this is for that individual that's a little bit more advanced. You've already done 3 deals up to this point or more. Some of you individuals that are brand new, we have not forgotten about you. We still have our accelerator program. Our coaches are still ready to go. We want to get you accelerated. We want to get you that first deal, second and third deal. All you have to do is apply at the link below this video. Our team will take care of you. Let's go ahead and get started so we can get you into the Scale Your Sales program.
Yeah. And if you've completed at least 3 deals, go ahead and comment down below. We want to see who are our advanced followers and viewers right now. We're talking to you. We're talking to you. But even if you're a beginner, this information, you can soak it in and you can really help you set your business off on the right foot as you're getting started. So as far as Scale Your Sales, we're going to go into what are the business foundations, because that's module 1 in our program. And we want to make sure that you understand what comes with this. And this is so important. You don't want to skip the foundations because you don't want to build your business on shaky ground. So Jay, what are the different sections of the business foundations?
Well, first and foremost, we have our personal growth strategy. So this is all about you. We tend to, as entrepreneurs, especially when we're just starting out, we put so much focus, time, effort, energy into our business to the point where we literally become our business. We put so much of our identity into our business. So our personal growth strategy is all about us kind of reclaiming our power, reclaiming our identity, and focusing on our interpersonal value so we can get some more energy into our business.
Yeah. And then the next section is about creating your vision, because as a leader, you have to be able to not only know what your vision is, but be able to articulate that to your team and to the people that you are building this whole business with. So we talk about creating your vision, really understanding your core purpose and your core values, because that is the heart of your business.
Yeah, this is mainly your why. Like, what are you really in it for? Usually it's something that is bigger than you. And then when it comes to your values, this is how you live. This is how you think. This is what you believe. And usually most of the time, you and your entire company are going to share these beliefs. Even when you're thinking about bringing people onto your team, you want people that have these same beliefs.
Yeah. And then we go into how to create your 1-year plan. And this is really taking your vision and breaking it down into 1 year. What do I want to accomplish over the next year? It's so easy, especially as you're a new investor, to be like, I'm just trying to make money. I'm just trying to get a deal.
But if we don't,
yeah, you are. Right? And that's okay. But we want to be able to, after we get a few deals under our belt, we need to look a little bit further. What are we really trying to accomplish over the next year? And then how do we break that down into quarterly goals?
That's what I like about the quarterly goals, is that once you're able to start with that 1 year, you have what you want at the end of 12 months. We can just work our way backwards. So we break this down into some simple steps. I think a lot of people think we have to focus on everything, and to the point where it gets a little daunting to start to create this whole process and go through this process. But it's really, really simple. We break this down to a few quick and easy steps for you guys in the Scale Your Sales program.
And lastly, we want to make sure you understand the departments in your business. And so this is about really pulling yourself out of your business. When you're just hustling, you are everything. You are everything in your business. But we have to be able to separate ourselves from our business and look at it at a different level.
Now, what we want to do before we get into all this, we want to make sure you guys have a good overview of the departments within your business, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Some of you guys, this might be a repetition of information. Some of you guys, this might be some awareness, but want to take a couple minutes just to make sure we're all on the same page.
All right, we're going to jump in.
I'm going to start talking about the actual departments of your business. We're talking about goals, but you got to have departments so we can make sure we get those goals completed. So why do we need company departments? First and foremost, it helps you elevate yourself above the business, look down on it, and make decisions for the long-term greater good of your company. It's going to allow you to detach yourself from the existing business, your current role, and your ego. And then each department helps your company function together as a whole.
Yeah, and this is where we really are talking about elevating yourself to that CEO, taking yourself and your ego out of your business. A lot of times when we're solopreneurs, if somebody says something about our business, we're really hurt.
That's my baby.
That's me. I'm identifying myself as my business. But creating departments, creating those roles helps you elevate, and it helps you to create clear roles and responsibilities that are actually needed to hit those goals that you have. So we got to elevate ourselves. We got to look down. This is a machine. This is not us. This is separate from us. And we're just building the machine as we go. So it also creates the ability to build a team that can operate your business without you.
This is so clear, man. Like, there's a sense of freedom you get when you're making money, when you close in 5 deals, 10 deals, but there's a whole nother level experience when your business can operate. You don't even have to be there.
Yeah. And like I said, we're elevating ourselves to the CEO. We're not a solopreneur. We're not the same. Our business is not us. We are not the business. We are separate. There's different departments, roles. And when you look at it like that, and you're just operating and working on your machine, it takes all the ego out, and it really helps you to scale and figure out, what does my business need versus what does my ego need?
Absolutely. That was a good point. So we're going to talk about each of the 4 departments that are going to be very crucial with you hitting your goals. The first one is marketing. So this is all about lead generation. How do we attract the right clients to sell us their property? We're going to be doing a lot of deep diving on each of these departments, especially marketing. So be ready for that. Acquisitions. This is all about new inventory. How do we get control of the property to resell it? Once you have that property, we got to sell it. So we're going to be talking about dispositions. This is the sold inventory. How do we sell the property to get paid? And then everything in between, operations and finance, systems and profit. How do we make each step in this process efficient, maintain cash flow, and track results? Again, we're going to deep dive into each of these separately. We just wanted to give you guys a really good overview before we go into it.
Yeah, and this is how we've broken our business up in the past, is these 4 different departments, and then we go deeper into each one of these different departments, and we add people, we add systems, we add processes, so that each one of these builds its own leg. So this is kind of how we're going to scale. We've got to separate ourselves from all of these different roles. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. Like we said, we break it into the different departments, and that is really the foundation of Scale Your Sales, is how do we scale each one of these departments and really recognize where our time, energy, and effort need to really go into these different areas.
But before we get into actual scaling, let's talk about that individual. Let's talk about the hustler. Let's talk about that person in the field. We're talking about Steve. So we're going to meet the hustler, Steve. If you know anything about Steve, as you can see from here, he's got a bunch of traits that you might find you have a lot in common with him. Some inconsistent income in his business. He needs his 9-to-5 job as well, because again, his business just isn't bringing in that consistent, steady stream of income that he needs. He's also trading a lot of time for money, right?
Yeah. So he, as hard as he worked, is how much money he's making. He really hasn't gotten out of the, employee mindset that, everything's dependent on him instead of having other people, processes, and everything like that. He's also reacting versus responding to what's going on in his business. So when something bad happens, his emotions are tied in. He's just like, I got to do something about it, versus taking a step back and responding in a clear-minded way.
Yeah, that's what a lot of CEOs do. They are able to take a step back, look at the data, and then respond from an empowering place, not just reacting all the time based off of your emotion. He's actually there's a bunch of opportunity cost that's costing him because he lacks a lot of energy and time. He's out in the field. He's doing every single thing. He's wearing all the hats in his business, and there's only so many hours in a day. There's only so many opportunities that he can use his time to go and get. So that means he's missing a bunch of opportunities. Even though he's closing 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 deals, he's doing it all alone.
Yeah. And the next thing is he says yes to every opportunity with no clear strategy. This is big because when you're just getting started, you're just like, hey, anything I can get my hands on, I'm going to try to make it into a deal. And yeah, that helps you learn. But as you're trying to really build a business around this, you have to get more clear on your strategy so you know where you should be saying yes. You can't say yes to everything because if you're trying to do everything, nothing really gets done.
Yeah, especially once you have a consistent stream of leads coming in, you might just tell yourself and your partners, the people that work within your business, that hey, the only strategy that we're going to focus on right now that's going to make sense to hit our long-term goal is wholesaling, or maybe brokering, or maybe fix and flipping. That all depends on you, your goals, the values within your company, and the beliefs that you have, where you're headed.
Yeah. And then lastly, he's building resentment for his business because he's like, man, I'm working even harder than I worked in my job. The income's not consistent. I don't know if this is working. I don't know if this is worth it. All of those things are coming into his mind because of the way he's operating in his business.
We got to be very careful right there, because we've seen that's where a lot of entrepreneurs decide to actually burn the business down. You know, when it's bringing on so much resentment, usually those are that resentment is going into different areas of your life as well. So it's a lot easier for you to just walk away than to continue to press through. But let's take a look at this pie chart. We want to show you exactly where Steve's time is going now. Steve has about 20 hours per week. He's still working his full-time job. Again, he doesn't have that consistent stream of income in his business just yet. So where's the majority of his time going right now?
So he's the business. Steve is the business. So all of his time, a majority of his time is going to marketing. So finding deals. He's trying to talk to as many park managers as he can. He's in the field, putting out signs.
Driving for dollars,
looking house to house, trying to find a deal. So a lot of his time is just going to find the deal. And then once he finds the deal, a ton of his time is going to answering the phone calls, the whole acquisition process, viewing the home, seeing if it's a good deal, negotiating, trying to get it under contract.
Scrubbing that title before he gets it under contract.
Exactly. A lot of time for that. Then nextly, a lot of his time is going to disposition. So now he got the home under contract. Now he has to sell the home. So now he's got to post the home, respond, get people approved, schedule showings. All of this is all on him, and it's draining him. And lastly, the operations and finance is just a little tiny sliver of his time, because really he's trying to make money. So that's not producing income right away. He's barely spending any time on actual building the business and more on hustling to get a check.
And to be honest, that operations and finance is just a little too small. As you grow into that CEO role, you'll see that little pieces of a pie begin to expand. That's where the majority of your time is going to be going as a CEO. You want to be able to focus on working on your business, not in your business the majority of the time.
Absolutely. So this is a little example of the emotional cycle that Steve is going on. And as a beginner, you'll experience this for sure.
Yeah, and not just Steve. This was us ourselves. That pie chart that we just showed you, that reflected us as well, right?
Exactly. So first things first, Steve closed the deal.
Yeah, congratulations, Steve.
Yeah, congratulations. Got money, so excited. We're on top of the world. We got this. We're going to do it again. But reality soon kicks in when he realizes, I got to go find another deal.
Because he's doing all the work.
Yeah, he's doing all the deals. So now I got to go and produce the next one.
Yeah.
And so we got to get our hustler cap on. We're like, okay, gonna do this. Gonna make this happen. So there we go, emotional down. And then we're up again, being we find a hot lead, man. This could be a deal. This could be a lot of money. Excitement.
Until you find out they want a little bit too much money. So now when that downward spiral, we're in that pit again until, oh man, hold on. Park managers just built a solid relationship. She sent me a solid deal. It's looking like a promising home.
Absolutely. We're excited. We got a good connection. This is going to build our business until we see that the house needs a ton of repairs. And now we got to figure out all this
I know
other
y'all
stuff.
ran through this. We're getting a lot of those free homes from park managers. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't ran into this problem, you will soon enough.
Absolutely. So we get the home ready for market. We're like, okay, that took a lot of work, took a lot of effort. There's probably some ups and downs in that, but the home is finally ready for market. We got to make some money.
Yeah, you post the home, you finally find a buyer. Buyer's ready to go, but buyer doesn't get approved for the park, man. It's like one of the worst feelings in the world, right?
Your whole stomach drops, especially when you have the money in hand. They want the house, but it just doesn't work out. The deal falls through.
Eventually, you find an approved buyer and you close the deal. But I want to take a minute just to soak this in. If you guys are out in the field, if you guys have gone through this as an entrepreneur, as a new mobile home investor, you understand what this feels like, right? Absolutely. This takes a lot of your energy. This takes a lot of your time. And also you're spending money through this process as well.
Absolutely. And you're just going through this cycle over and over again, all of the emotional ups and downs, because you are your business. There's nothing else to fall back on or to help comfort some of those ups and downs.
Yeah, we're talking about finding a deal to actually closing a deal. Some of you guys can only go through this whole process 2 to 3 times per month max, because there's only one of you.
Only one of you, and only so much time in the day. So Steve is hustling and he is drained emotionally, and that's what that creates. But let's meet Kimberly. Kimberly's actually the CEO. She's actually built her business to a level where she's running a team.
Yeah.
And that's really what the CEO does. So one thing that Kimberly does is she takes her identity out of her business. She's not the business. She knows she's building an asset. She's building a machine. And so she's got to look at her business differently and figure out, who do I need to put in those places? What systems and processes do I need to really build this machine?
Yeah, because she's clear on her data. She's got a team working under her as well. She's got some consistent income. One of the major leaks that we see with a lot of new mobile home investors is just you don't have a consistent stream of leads coming through. Your marketing is a huge bottleneck, but she's fixed that. She's got a consistent stream of income, and she's really, really clear on her data. She's locked in. She knows what's working. So again, she's spending more time responding and less time reacting.
Exactly. And she utilizes OPT, other people's time. It's not all hers. She's got a team. She's got other people that work the business with her, so she can leverage their time and create so much more results.
Yeah, she's really focused on multiple marketing streams that create consistent lead flow. Mm-hmm. No leads, no business. And if you're only focused on street marketing, guerrilla marketing, chances are you are the main bottleneck within your business. So Kimberly had decided, you know what? I'm not going to be the bottleneck. I'm going to do those things that give me leads. I'm going to put my street marketing out, but I'm going to take some time. I'm going to learn some advanced marketing strategies. She's tested a few things. She's been patient with a few things, and she's found a couple marketing streams that works for her and her business. So now she doesn't have to worry about leads. The new problem that she has in her company is that she's got too many leads, and that's why she needs people in her team in her corner to help her with those leads and manage the business.
Yeah, and that's a good problem to have. Too many leads, too many opportunities. Now we need to build a team around that. And lastly, she focuses her time on team building, new opportunities, building her brand and her personal development. So it's not all in the business. It's really on the business. So let's look at Kimberly's 20 hours a week. Same amount of time, but her time, very little bit of time actually goes to the acquisition and disposition of buying and selling the properties. And so much more of her time goes to building the operations and understanding the finances in her business, team building, who am I going to put in the seats to actually get the work done, finding new opportunities, building new strategies, planning, and then her personal development and marketing.
That's what I like, man. I love that she has more personal times, not just for personal development, but to spend more time doing the things that she wants to do, to find other purposes, things that generate energy throughout her life, or even spending more time with her family and friends, maybe certain hobbies. She's just got more control over her life and her business. She doesn't revolve her life around her business. The business is revolved around her life. It's the other way around.
Yeah, that's so amazing. Like, take a moment. That is the goal of becoming a CEO, is having more freedom freedom of your time and being able to actually focus on the things that fill you up instead of just going through that same cycle of a hustler. So the big difference that Kimberly brings is she still goes through that same process. That's going to be there, you know, finding a
doesn't go
deal,
away.
ups and downs of the deal. However, she's able to utilize other people's time so that team member number one can cushion a lot of that ups and downs. So she doesn't have to feel that for every single deal. Right, Jay?
Yeah, and not just team member one. She's got multiple team members. She's got 4 different people on her team that's able to go through that cycle, him or herself. Maybe each member on the team can handle 2 or 3 of those different cycles each and every month. This means she can consistently grow. She can focus on those advanced marketing strategies. She can focus on her team building. She can focus on things outside of just the street marketing, the acquisitions and the dispositions, and more so the visionary as her company for her company, and allow the people that work within her business to really focus on their strengths. And this is so important, guys. You're going to be able to do so much more when you have the right people in your corner, right people on your team, doing the things that you're either not so good at or the things that you just simply don't want to do.
Absolutely. So this setting in for you guys. Let us know in the comments if this is making sense and if this is something that you want to build. I know most people get into entrepreneurship and they see, you know, the traveling and all of the things that you're able to do with your time and the service that you're able to do. But if you really want to take it to that next level, we have to adopt some of these mindset shifts.
And it takes time. You got to be patient with yourself. Sometimes it's going to be the marketing that you're going to have to look at. That's going to take a little bit more attention. Sometimes it's going to be your acquisitions. Maybe it'll be you're in a season that operations and finance is the most important thing. It all depends on you and your business. If you are a student of ours, you will be seeing module 1 updated in the course very soon. Within the next hour, you can go into the program, refresh it. You should have access to module 1.
Scale Your Sales is launching today. So what we want you to do is go in, especially if you completed at least 3 deals, you really need to take this information in, watch module 1, all of the different sections in there, and then come back to this video and comment your biggest takeaway and comment that you're ready to become a CEO, because that's the big goal here, is to be able to take us out of that hustler, go into building a team and a business so we can have more freedom.
Absolutely. And then if you got some value out of this video, just go ahead and smash that like button for us. Go ahead and share this to someone that you feel like needs to hear this information. If you are a student, be sure to hop on those coaching calls. Again, all of our coaches have gone through this program. They have 10x their business, their results, and they are ready to answer any questions you guys have following this.
All right. So now we know the foundations. We are going to build on this over the next 4 weeks, the different sections, the marketing, acquisitions, dispositions, and the operations and finance, and what that looks like in your business. So be ready, but we need to get a good foundation first. So be sure to check out that module. And we appreciate you guys for staying on with us. Have a great rest of your day.
Stay tuned next week for part 2.
Let's go.